Hi, it's Candy with The Art of Planning, and I wanted to share kind of a special video with you today. Why do you need your planner right now? Things are way different than before. We aren't planning these days exactly like we planned a couple of weeks ago, right? We're all kind of used to using our planners in the way we've always used our planners, and that's not the way we're going to be using our planners for a while. So do you even need your planner right now? Things have certainly changed. I have copious notes. You guys know that when I just talk to you like this, I usually do take notes because I have a lot of points that I want to share with you, and I don't want to waste your time by rambling. So do you need your planner? What, why, when, where, how? You know, those are all those questions that we're supposed to ask when we do something or share something. And I'm going to say, yes, you probably need your planner more than you've ever needed it before. We're just going to think about a different way to use it, if you will. So, and if you're a planner person, yeah, you need your planner more than ever before, even if you need it in different ways that we've used it before. So let's just kind of toss that around a little bit, okay? I'm going to try to rush to get all my points in. This may have to be a two-part video anyway. So I need my planner right now for some normalcy, but I am using it different than I've ever used it before. So we're going to jump around and talk about some of that before, okay? We go through times when there is a new normal in all of our lives. There's a new normal that we have to adapt to. I'm just going to shoot that down and say this is not, I am not going to label this as a new normal. I don't want this to be a new normal. I'm not going to accept this as a new normal. It's something that we are adapting to right now, and we're going to do everything we can to adapt to it and get over it and go through it and support each other in it. But I won't accept it as a new normal. I heard a news person last night label this as an abnormal normal. Well, I don't even have to put a label on it. You know, we're all going to go through this differently, but it's a different set of circumstances that we're dealing with right now, and everybody has a different set of circumstances. But I have to still go through things with a plan. That's my personality. So we're just gonna, depending upon what your personality is and how you handle it, we're gonna toss a few things around. I get a comfort in using my planner. So let's talk a little bit about that. You know, John Maxwell is one of the people that I studied a lot whenever I was using a planner and was a student of using a planner. John Maxwell always said, you take time to plan in your planner. And probably now more than ever, we need to take time to plan in our planner because everything is so different. So we're going to want to think about it more than ever. And maybe now than ever before, maybe depending upon your lifestyle and your family style, maybe you're going to have time to do some things you've never had time to do before, which could be a fun thing. So we get to think about things differently in the first place. And I would actually challenge you to do that. Think about things differently, but from a very positive point. I know personally it's easy to get caught up in sitting here watching that TV and listening to what they say. I want to be informed. I want to know what's going on. I want to be informed. But there's some point where I can cross the line from being informed to way too much information. So I need to spend as much time in a positive world. After being informed, then I need to go to uplifting information, positive things, and I need to do other things for me that will feed me in a positive way, uplift, and then I can walk into that part after I feel like I have been educated. So I would challenge you to do that also. So then think about, what do you get to have time to do that you've never had time to do before? Like, have you wanted to organize your closet? And I know those things sound silly, but what have you wanted to do? Do you have piles of books that you want to read? Do you have makeup drawers that you want to organize? You know what? If you haven't, you might think about that, because I would bet some of those products have expiration dates on it. And if they have expiration dates that have expired, get rid of that stuff, ladies, because there are little things crawling around, possibly, if you have products that are expired that you want to toss too. So take time to do some things you've wanted to do that you haven't gotten to do. And you may need time to think about what's on that list. If we have time, we're going to pop over into that world and show you how to put that down in your planner so you know how to think about those things. I'm sure you're always thinking about them when you don't have time to get to them, but now that we have time to sit and go, oh my, I can't do what I normally do, so what am I going to do now? Then those things fly out of your brain suddenly, or they do with me anyway. So guys, you know, the same kind of things with you. Do you have tools and tools and tools that you want to get organized and haven't been able to? Do you have your workshop outside that, I don't know what it is in your life, but stop and sit and think, have you wanted to get started on a certain Bible study? Or have you wanted to call an old friend and catch up? Or are there people in your family that you've wanted to catch up with? I know we don't have in-face, person-to-person. We still have face chat, FaceTime. We have telephones. We have other ways that we can keep up with people now and encourage each other and uplift each other. So there are different ways that we can do that also. Think about things that you haven't gotten to do that you want to do. We touched on closet. There's different ways you can organize closet. What's your personality? What do you want to do? Do you want to surface clean it? Do you want to go in and really get rid of things that you haven't worn and you really want to organize it in a more focused way? You know, there may be some people out there that are thinking, I thought about this yesterday. It would be really fun to go in there and do it on more of a stylist type organization, like pull things, put them together on the bed, and take pictures of tops and skirts and jewelry and shoes. So that when I get back to the point where I'm going out a little bit more, that I can immediately grab things and I have outfits put together. So I normally wouldn't do that, don't have time for that. But right now, you know, give you a different thought process. I have a jewelry rack in my closet that I had custom made when we moved into the house. I have an antique dresser that my mom redid. The top third of it is in jewelry. I have a jewelry chest. I love jewelry, and I haven't gotten into most of it in a little while. So it'd be really fun to do something like that, to match jewelry to different outfits. You know, I'm just saying. That had never crossed my mind before, but I have some extra time on my hands right now. So, you know, stuff like that. Playtime. Do you want to schedule some playtime? I don't know what your house is like. Do you have kids? Do you have grandkids? Is it just you at home? Is it you and your husband at home? Or you're tired? Whatever. We had grandkids over, and my oldest had a really fun game on his computer that we got to play with, and he introduced me to that, and that was really fun. There are lots of different things that can be educational, that you can learn with, that can be fun. You can schedule playtime in, you can learn new things. There are just a lot of things to think about that you can do now that you could never do before, wouldn't have time to, maybe hadn't crossed your mind, but you could keep them in an educated manner, in a learning manner, in an uplifting manner. So this gives us time to do some things that we hadn't ever gotten to even think about doing before. So you can use this time to accomplish things. Now, as far as moving them into a planner situation, let me see what the time looks like. I didn't start it. I have no clue what the time looks like. So I'm going to rush this last part of it, okay? As far as then moving them into a planner, there are several ways to do that. I do not want to specifically write everything down on the page. If I didn't get it accomplished, move it to the next page and move it to the next and move it to the next. So I'm going to call this an ancillary way of planning, okay? That does not mean specifically write it down in your date book. What that does mean is an ancillary product is like if you have a perfume and you want to add a body lotion or you want to add a body powder, those are ancillary products. They are in addition to the main product, Okay, so an ancillary way of planning is something in addition to your planner pages. No, that's not a, I don't know that that's a real term in the planner world. I'm making that up from my cosmetic days, okay? But I think it's very fitting. So in the Franklin world, here is an ancillary product. Don't call asking for an ancillary product at Franklin. They will have no clue. That's a my word. This is called a progressive task list at Franklin. Okay? So, on the progressive task list, this is what it looks like. Okay, this is what you would order. I better really hurry. This is what you would order. Progressive task list. Here it is, comes to you in this kind of a package. This is what you get when you open the package, okay? It comes like this. There are 2 on a sheet. They're heavy cardstock. And then when you get it, they come apart like this. So you have 1 right here when you tear it apart, okay? It's bound to go in. This is a classic size, which is what I use. It is bound to go into your ring binder to fit whatever one you use. So you punch it out and there it is. Okay? So what I do when I'm using this is I write down on here anything I want to accomplish, but I'm not sure I'll get it done today. As a matter of fact, it's not even important that I do it today. It might be organized closet, style outfits. One of the things I didn't mention, if you have time to spare and you want to, guys and girls both, guys and ladies, play with new hairstyles. Do something, nobody's going to see you. You can gel it up to the sky. You can wash it out in the morning. If you just want to play with some things, do some things, do some fun things. Play with new makeup styles. Wash it off tonight. Nobody will see you. Anyway, these are things that I'm going to put down that I can do while I'm staying at home, keeping myself safe and other people safe. And I will put them down on here. If I get them accomplished today, that's great. If I don't, then I'm going to take this little puppy and I'm going to move it to tomorrow. And if I get time to do it tomorrow, that's great. If I don't, I'm going to move it to the next day. And these are just things that I will work on. Finish a crossword puzzle. I don't know. These are things that I will work on as I am staying at home and as I am doing some things I've never gotten to do. I have a lot of books to read. Those can go on here in any certain kind of order, and I will move this from day to day to day as we are going through what we are going through. And these are things I will accomplish in not a rush time. Okay, so this is a way that I would use that kind of thing. Here's another really, I love these cards. They're 5x8 large index cards. I could punch them to go in my Franklin planner because they would punch and go in here really well, and I could use them the same way. Write on them like this, punch them to go in here like this, and move them from day to day to day, and have it, and I can jot down anything. You can jot down anything you want at any specific time, and you just got a list of things to do anytime you want to get them done. Again, kind of an ancillary thing because it's not written down in your book. It's not taking the place of something that has got to be done at any given time. 5x8 inch cards, you can get them at Walmart, you can get them any place. You can use paper. I have a Franklin hole punch for a classic binder, so I can use that. Okay, as far as these go, I have told you in the last couple of videos, I'm trying as best as I can to institute a kind of no spend on craft supply type things, just because I have so many things. I use these all the time for everything. I have these all the time in my studio, in the house, any place. So I won't hardly be without these. I use these all the time. But you could use paper, you can use whatever you want to use, go buy whatever you want to use. I'm just trying I'm really trying hard to do that. Now, my PS is, yeah, I have a list of Tim Holtz things I would love to get. I'm not sure I will buy it. The reason it's important to do an ancillary list is because if you don't do an ancillary list, this is what you end up with. Notes and notes and notes. And I lose these things, or I don't have them when I want them or whatever. So I got to get on the list and get that started also. So that is kind of my thoughts about what is a really good way to handle getting things down on a list to be completed that are real important, that, you know, are not absolutely to do things today or to do tomorrow, or how to plan important things right now, but ways that you can maybe get some other things done that you've wanted to do for a while and go about getting those completed. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment bar. I thank you so much for spending some time with me, and we'll be back on either creating some planning products or creating some journal products. I love it whenever you spend time with me, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Thanks. Bye.